Awaiting the release of Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2, viewers are curious as to when Reap will learn what Jamie did to Beth. The most purely entertaining character in Yellowstone is Kelly Riley's Beth, even if John Dutton and the other male characters are austere and emotionally repressed. John's lone daughter speaks her mind without hesitation and frequently delivers the funniest one-liners. Her two primary relationships, one based on love, with her husband Reap, and the other on hate, with her brother Jamie, are what define her character. Jamie was clearly the object of Beth's utter scorn from the first episode of Yellowstone, as she constantly ridiculed and harassed him. Eventually, it was revealed in Yellowstone Season 3 that she was pregnant by Reap while she was a teenager. She confided in Jamie to help her obtain an abortion, since she was afraid her father would find out. To keep it a secret, Jamie took her to a clinic on the Broken Rock Indian Reservation, but he didn't tell her that Beth would also be sterilized. She was never able to forgive him after discovering the truth. With the release of Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2, it appears that Reap will eventually discover what Jamie did to Beth. Although Beth eventually told John about this, she hasn't given Reap the whole truth about her conflict with Jamie. She made it plain that they would never be able to have children of their own when the couple tied the knot in the 4th season of Yellowstone. Reap never had a problem with this, but the fact that she hasn't yet revealed what transpired when they were teenagers implies the show is holding onto it for a crucial reason. Naturally, John would have either thrown Reap off the ranch or brought him to Yellowstone's train station if he had known at the time that he had gotten Beth pregnant. Reap is likely to be incensed that Jamie's actions caused Beth such agony, regardless of how he reacts to the news that she had an abortion. Yellowstone has repeatedly demonstrated that Reap will go to any lengths, even killing several times, to support the Dutton family. He might even consider killing Jamie in retaliation if his rage over Beth's secret escalates to a deadly level. This would put him at odds with father figure John. Although the Dutton patriarch may have his own problems with Jamie, he still views him as a son. Then, in a terrible turn of events, he would have to stop his surrogate son from pursuing Jamie. Apart from Reap's possible response to Beth's secret, Jamie has plenty of adversaries in Yellowstone. When Jamie, in his capacity as Attorney General, demanded his father's impeachment as governor of Montana in the 5th season, that was taken to a whole new level. This indicates that boundaries have been established and that Jamie and Beth now desire to kill one another. That's not something John himself would approve of, but it does increase the likelihood that Jamie will die in Yellowstone Season 5. He may have sealed his fate with his latest power play. The concern of how the secret will impact Beth and Reap's relationship remains, even as viewers eagerly await what happens when Reap discovers what Jamie did to Beth. Kelly Riley, who portrayed Beth in Yellowstone, suggests that this secret will be significant to Beth and Reap. According to Riley, Beth is keeping the information hidden to keep Reap safe, possibly out of concern for what he would do if he finds out. So there's a weighted burden in her heart that she cannot share with him, she continues. He doesn't know the truth, but he's attempting to soothe her and show her that he loves her. It's fascinating to note Beth's worry of Reap finding out. Reap is a very kind man, so it's unlikely that he would hold Beth responsible for anything. And this kind of character growth would make one of the most beloved Yellowstone characters, Reap, much less likable. Thus, Beth's knowledge of what Reap will do to Jamie if he finds out could be the source of her worry. Given the increasing tensions in Yellowstone's 5th season, maybe she'll be more open to Reap and Jamie facing off in the end.